So Auntie Pino, we know that today, this year you're in charge of our CAS trip while at the villages, and you're a representative from Love Cambodia. So can you tell us, please, what is Love Cambodia's goal and vision?
Okay. Love Cambodia's goal and vision is to see the lives of Cambodian change through the power of Christ's love and compassion. And this is especially so in Prevang, where we work. We are now working with 14 villages. So we hope to see the lives of the people change in the process of LC, Love Cambodia, working with these villages.
And how does LC empower these villages in Prevang that you've spoken about?
LC doesn't work alone. LC work with what we call CBO. CBO means community-based organization. So the staff that are working with the CBO are what we call CO, a community organizer. So what we do is we try to help the village to be organized, and as they are organized, they will know where their weakness is and their strength point. So CBO are people that LC train, so that we impart on them skills, knowledge, soft skill, hard skill, so that they can help their own village. So there is that empowerment, so that a time may come when LC will move out. Then the CBO will be there because they are the villagers, their own people. Yeah.
So which means that LC is actually training up the villagers to be able to manage their own village.
Yes. We're talking about villagers, we're talking about people who are farmers, who may not even have, sometimes not even 1 year of education. Now some of them I can read the Khmer script and they can't. I can read better than them. And that is because they have never been to school. And how do you get them to be able to come up in confidence and teach the people, tell them that they should be not fighting with one another, they should work together. This requires a lot of confidence and building of skills and knowledge. So LC try to do that. So we have different aspects that we are different aspects of projects of work, and that in these projects we try to equip them so that they will be the one who actually work with their own people. And CBO are people who are not selected by us, but by their own people. Once we decide to work with the village, we will call for a village meeting. And this village meeting, then the villagers will select their CBO. Of course, we have certain criteria, who are the CBO. Then out of the CBO, after that, the staff LC will train the CBO. And how they can, after that, they can train their own people.
So what kind of projects does LC carry out in these villages?
Yeah, there are 5 main projects that LC, or 5 main groups. One is the what we call capacity building, and this is actually one of our biggest focus, where we teach the CBO to handle projects like saving group, to even to handle bookkeeping. Simple bookkeeping, in and out of money, to train them even to say not to think of themselves all the time. So when, let's say, your team comes and you have 15 toilets, you know, it's very natural for all the Cambodians to say, I want my uncle, my auntie, everybody to get a thing. So we train them, this is not fair, this is not going to sustain your relation, this is going to create a lot of problem for you. So we teach them that they must be fair, and what is system in place to show that they are fair. And by doing that, they will gain a lot of respect from their own people. So CBO, in a sense, that is capacity building. So we train them to do that. How they got to move away from, in some sense, nepotism, to be more inclusive for people. And even we even train them how to do things like to write reports every year. We also train them to in the future to, let's say, appeal for funding, how to, so there are a lot of soft skill that the CO will have to train the CBO, and things like saving group is one big thing that LC has helped. I think this morning you heard right? Was that Watana says that some of our village has as much as $7,000, and they start from zero. They were all in debts, but how they can move away from that to have 7,000 is because the CBO are strong. They are able to carry on and encourage and to
build up the community.
Yeah, and also to hold on to the certain rules that they have to carry on in order to build the community. So we have capacity building. Then another one we have was food security. So food security is things like we would help them with a cow bank, how to, for those who are very poor, we will facilitate a scheme where they can actually own a cow. And then if you own a cow, in 4-5 years down the road, you will not only have one cow, you probably have 5 cows, and how this can sustain them in terms of food security, also in terms of teaching them home gardening. So how do they, what vegetable to plant, what are the, even like they have to do survey, they will be trained to go to the market and to explore which product is sellable, that they know how they can, some of the product they grow at the back of the garden they can sell and then find food for them, and how to cultivate certain things. So we have people who are skilled in agriculture to do training. So that is food security. Then we have things like also children and education. This is our thing that we want to build, because it takes generation to change a mindset. So for us, we think that education is the best way to change. So we start, when we first came to the village, the dropout rates of the children going to school is very, very high. So we don't understand why they drop out from school. But there are very few reasons that we will never think of. For example, the parents will need the children to look after the cow.
Oh, okay.
Or cook at home.
Looking after the cow.
Or cook at home, or to look after the children. At the age of 6 years old, they are looking after the baby really small. And so they cannot go to school because they need to be at home, so that the parents will go to the field. Or they need to be in the field to look after the cow, so that otherwise the cow will go running into other fields, and once they do that, the cow will be shot. Because they cannot eat other people's rice field. So these are things that we realize. That's why the children dropout rate is very high. And then if they go to school at 6 years old and they do not know how to sit in a classroom for more than 2 hours, they can't stay in the class. They walk out of the school. So what we started was kindergarten. So we built kindergarten from no kindergarten. Now we have 8 kindergarten, and then 3 were given back to the government. And with the kindergarten, the children understand about going to school, starting from 2 hours. They go to school, they enjoy learning, they are prepared about their scripts to go to, that before they go to school, they can write the script from the A to Z kind of thing. So they have more confidence. So we see the dropout rates drop tremendously. And we also enforce this by telling the parents the importance of education.
Sending them to school.
Yeah, yes. And we encourage, and we also do things like, this year we did one which called the reward system. So we encourage the parents to motivate their children to keep the children in school. So we told the children that they can apply for this. They must stay, if they stay in the top 5 in their own standard, they will get $100 from us
Wow.
at the end of the year.
Wow.
And we had 80 children from 14 villages applied to, and they must be poor.
Okay.
Those who are rich, we wouldn't let them join in one. Something wrong with this?
No,
Is it okay?
it's okay.
Yeah. So you see, 80 children applied, and 17 of them got into within first to fifth grade. So when they have that $100 is to help them to buy stationery. Now they can go to school. School is free, but what they need is books, paper, exercise book, pencil. They need a decent clothing. They need slippers to go to schools, and sometimes they need to buy a bit of things when they go to school. Everybody is buying, they don't have. You know, so these are things. So that $100 will help them to buy stationeries and all that. And the best thing that they need is a bicycle to school. Sometimes they have to walk 2 kilometers away. So with the bicycle,
It's faster.
yeah, it's faster, and they won't be going to school so tired, is it? So we started this program called Reward System. And if they cross from, like you say, primary 6 to Sec 1, a grade or a major exam, or Sec 4 to pre-U, the parents will be given a card, which is $350. And this year, we gave 17 children $100 because they are among the top 5. And then one child got from grade 6 to grade 7. So the mother got a cow, you know. Yeah, so that is children education. And then we have another one which is environment, health and environment. So things like toilet, you're built, clean water, and these are under our health and environment. We want to, in the past, you see, they drink any water they can get. They just drink. They everywhere is toilet, you know, and what they step on, what they bathe in the river, they drink also. So we help them to understand that this will affect their health. We give them water filter. So once we started with this water filter, the people who are going to hospital because of diarrhea drop down. So we really hardly have people. Last time we used to have people coming to us, this person is in hospital because of diarrhea. We need money to, And now because we started this water filter system, no more complaint about diarrhea. And because they know how to drink clean water, and then sanitary also. They have less disease because they have proper toilets, So health and environment, and we teach them about not throwing plastics everywhere. And this is where when you're going, you can reinforce this. Plastics are something that we told them is very bad for the ground, and then we plant trees around for them. So have I gone through the 5 with you? What's the other thing? I think you see, we have capacity building, food security, children and
tree
education,
planting.
Health and
That's
education.
environment.
And then the other one is peace building, because there were a lot of conflicts between the husband beating their wives, getting drunk and all that. So we run this program called peace building, where we teach the family values about loving their own family, good values, why drinking is bad, smoking is bad. And then we do the staff, LC staff will do a play that the story of this play is to bring up the value of family, and then and through that we bring in a point, drive in a lesson about family is important. And we have this annual training. We go to different villages and we teach. The other thing that I felt was very good was networking. You see, when we work with 14 villages, some of them have been working with us for about maybe 10 over years. Some is only 2 years. So we make the 2 years spent with the 10 years together in a program called networking. So they will come together and then they will write their reports. Each one village will come up. 3 representative, 3 CBO will come together to meet. And last time, LC staff will organize everything for them. Now LC staff no need to organize. They sit back and the people organize themselves. Whichever, they take turn to rotate to different village. And these people who have never before able to stand in front of public, now could stand in front of all 14 villages and share their own report. And then they learn from each other. They learn how come your village can have so successful saving group, and then they share from one another, and this is networking. We do this networking, learning through networking. And the other one is through forum, they call annual forum, where we choose people, but this is a bit expensive, and we send them to another province to learn from different province, and that's where it's expensive because we have to cater for their food, transport, and also sightseeing.
Yeah.
Okay. So how can we support LC in these activities?
Right. I think because of the length of time that a student come, it's not something that we stay. So sustainability is not through York, it's through the LC staff. But we need partners. LC is a non-profit organization. We have to get money from. Our money comes from churches. It comes from friends of mine, and it comes from student work. Singapore University, schools and your schools, and we partner with this York so that we can achieve these projects. Like when you do a recce team, we go and visit the village. We get the statistics. We ask them what they need, and there's so plenty of this. Then we ask them to prioritize. Then you see what you have, how much you can put there. Now we always will go back. We have gone through this before, but we will ask them, "What do you have?" And then they say they have manpower. So we will say, "Okay, this is good enough." Then we work with, and the student coming in will be able to meet some of their needs, like infrastructure, buildings, hardware, software, and this is where you can partner with us, and LC can sustain themselves only if there are students coming along to work with us, and your coming along is not providing all this, but coming in, giving them a window of outside Cambodia, because some of them have never been outside their own village at all. So imagine all they know is to see a light is such a wonderful thing. To see this Christmas tree will be wow, they will never imagine that what is, but you can expose them. All they see is on the TV, some black and white TV. Black and white TV is very cheap, $15 they can buy, but it's not so much as personal touch, and then to see someone from overseas caring for them and willing to play with them, work with them, I tell you, it goes a long way.
This is why you said it's actually important. Completing the project and doing the building is not the most important thing. It's actually building connections with the villages. Yeah,
relationship is the most important. But in order to build relationship, you must have something. You don't just say, "I come, I love you." You say, they have plenty of love. I say, "I need love," but the basic need is not met. You see? So you must say, "Okay, I can help you with this. Then as I help you with this, I give you this. I work with you. I work with you. And I am your friend." And wow, I tell you, they're so happy. They know then you truly care, right? And this is how I think LC and the work we have here has gained so much respect from them, is because we give them freely, at the same time we work with them. LC staff has to stay in the village right from the very beginning, but now they stay less and less because when they know how the system work and they know us, and they are Cambodians, so they don't really need to stay there. Now, I myself staying here, I get to know people, and then you build relationship, and they know that I'm here for a long run.
I also want to ask about. Remember today when we do the interview with the beneficiary family, they mentioned that they actually find the toilet that we built is useful for them because they don't need to go like travel a long way to go to the field and then do the business there, and they also find that the hygiene is improved as well. Can you share with us the process where when LC first came to the village, the villagers actually don't use the toilet at all? Can you share with us how do LC scaffold the villagers through this process?
Actually, the toilet is everywhere. They don't see there's any. And why this village is difficult is because they also know that they cannot. Last time I do that too. You see, when I go to the village, I go toilet behind the bush.
Because there's no toilet there.
Yeah. So if they have houses all around, it's very hard. They have to go out to the field, and especially if they're going to do big business, they have to go out to the field. Some villages they dig hole, then we just do and then we cover back with it. But this village that you've been, the houses are too close to one another, so they go right out to the field, and then at night it's total darkness, and then walking on the field, sometimes snakes. They have a lot of the things. It's very dangerous, or they can get raped. So it's not. And then to do it in their own home, they know that it's not hygienic. So when we said that we have toilet, they were so happy. You see. So when we also had our failure. Initially, when we built a toilet, we said okay, because it's expensive to build with the roof and all. And as we been doing, we also improve on the building of the toilet. Initially, the toilet was built quite complicated, and we couldn't. The cost of the toilet was also expensive, so we don't give them walls. They have to build in their walls. We give them we dig the septic tank and the toilet bowl. Then they have to build in their walls. So some of them they just put sticks, whatever, and just to cover so they can have a wall. And because we don't build in this thing, some of them don't do use. They just want to have a toilet, but they don't know how to use it. So we decided because it was the first time when I first came to, there was no toilet. You know, of course in the town you have that, but even in the town there was very restricted. Very few people have toilet, and they don't see the importance of having. They do see, they know that it's important, but they just cannot afford. You see, so going to the village is even worse. So when they think that you give them, you can give a toilet. All they want is a toilet, but they don't know how to use. Then at the end becomes a white elephant. So we decided no, we will not do that. We will give you a proper with the wall, and we will make you contribute also. So when you pay something, you better use it.
True. Because they actually put in some money.
Whenever unless
the
family is really very poor, but usually what we ask them to pay is very little. I don't know how much they pay right now. I think some of them pay as little as $10. Some may pay a bit more. You know, it depends on the financial, ability of this group. And so you see, when you teach them slowly about what health, they realize that if they do the toilet anywhere, the animals get sick, they get sick, and then they realize that that got to change. And this is also LC work in teaching. They got to reinforce, and we got to teach them, why it's important to keep proper hygiene. If you have that, you have benefit of good health. You won't need to borrow money. You have more money, and so with that, then we build for them, and they pay a bit, and
then it roll out well.
And then when they see everybody is starting to use, now everybody wants toilet. It's not having a toilet is using another person's toilet is also quite a pain for them. And water is just pouring water only. Their toilet is not those flush one. They do not use the flush one really. Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.